Day 2 of the Hatsu Basho. That's the New Year Grand Sumo Tournament. It's a new Ozeki there coming up into the ring. Tochiazuma did well the last Basho, got his required number of wins over the 3 previous Basho, and he got promoted to the second highest rank, just one below Yokozuna. At this early stage of the Basho, the only Yokozuna lost, that's Musashi Maru. All of the 4 Ozeki won, except for Musayama, and both Sekiwaki, Asashori and Kotomitsuki won. Let's get on to the first of our bouts of day 2. It's between Tokitsuumi and Tamakasuga. Tokitsuumi in the black mawashi. Both wrestlers there going for the face and the throat, pushing hard into the top part of the body. Now they're looking for the belt at this stage. And it's open, it's anybody's game, but there it's Tamakasuga who manages eventually to drive Tokitsuumi back and to the edge. Tokitsuumi only 133 kilos, he's trying to get his weight up to 140, but he's finding it difficult. Some wrestlers put on weight, some don't. Now Kobo, this is his second Makuuchi Basho, here fighting Oikari in his 4th Makuuchi Basho. It's Oikari in the green mawashi there, who returned to this Makuuchi division after a 10 Basho gap. In the Julio, that's the division below. The 26-man division below this Makuuchi 40-man division. Well, he's got his hand on. Kobo had his hand on the belt, and although Oikari was struggling there, Kobo kept the hand on the belt and eventually managed to force Oikari out with yorikiri. Previous Basho, Kobo got 8 wins and 7 losses, so a good start for him in his Makuuchi debut. Tamarikido, 3rd Basho for him too. Crop of newcomers coming in, fighting Buyuzan in his 2nd Makuuchi Basho. Well, difficult to say whether it's a trend yet, but certainly there's a lot of head banging and slaps to the face going on, more than usual. Perhaps it's the Mongolian wrestler Asashori who's setting the trend here. Buyuzan wins that one with yorikiri. Both of them ex-amateur champions, both from the same amateur stable, Meiji. So they would have fought with each other many times. Now Daizen against Aminishiki. Aminishiki comes from the same port as Kaiho, both the son of fishermen, deep-sea fishermen. Well, that was very neatly done there, and quite a hard ending to that. Aminishiki manages to get round behind Daizen. He's been around enough to avoid that sort of move, but it's the win there for Aminishiki was a newly defined technique, one of the new shinte. Gets round behind. Normally, if round behind, a push from there is known as okuridashi, but gets round behind and then he dumps him down. So a win there. First time ever with the new technique okurinage. Otsukasa at 147 kilos fights Takanowaka. They fought each other 4 times previously, each has won twice. Takanowaka's gone up a bit of weight, nearly 150 kilos now. Needs the weight, does a lot of weight training apparently, but obvious that he's doing as such. So Takanowaka wins that one with a straight yorikiri win over Otsukasa. Second loss for Otsukasa so far. Big wrestler now, Kotonowaka at 175 kilos, that's 385 pounds. Here fighting Tosanoumi at 160 kilos, that's about 355 pounds. So a lot of weight in the ring. Fairly hard start, mostly from Tosanoumi. Crosses the ring ahead of Kotonowaka. So both wrestlers now locked in on the belt. And there's a determined rush by Tosanoumi and forces Kotonowaka out with yorikiri. Second win for Tosanoumi. Inside view of the Kokugikan. This is the Mecca of sumo in Japan. It's where the Sumo Association bases itself. Huge place. Lots of sumo training halls beneath it. Sumo museum. And there's backup facilities. Now on to our next bout. Dejima, who's been on a slide for some time now, fighting Tochinonada. Dejima's got an injured right leg, as we can see. It's affected his sumo badly. He's taking a lot of time to recover from it. These two have fought 16 times. Dejima's won 12 of them, and that makes 13. Very neatly done there. Uwatedashinage. It's the overarm grip, which instead of used as a throw is turned into a push. Twist and a push. So Dejima taking his first win of this basho. Those two have been rivals since very early days. Like a lot of these pro sumo men, they start their sumo in primary school. Now we have Chiyotenzan against Kyokushuzan. These two have fought previously 7 times. Kyokushuzan's won 5 of them. Well, a false start there. Hands obviously didn't go down correctly. Let's watch that one again. Shuzan's looking a bit heavier these days. So no headbanging start there. Kyokushuzan goes for the throat. He's trying to pull down Chiyotenzan, but Chiyotenzan's hanging on in there. It looks like it's Kyokushuzan's match, but as we've seen many a time in sumo, fortunes can reverse very quickly. So Chiyotenzan gets that one at the end with oshidashi. Second straight loss for Kyokushuzan. Bout Kyokutenho, Mongolian from the Oshima stable, fights Takanonami. These two have fought 6 times previously. Takanonami's won 4 of them. Kyokutenho, known as Tenho amongst the sumo guys. Missed out the Kyoku bit at the beginning there. As Takanonami tries that kime hold, he's very good at that. He's a very tall wrestler, and when he locks his long arms round, it's not that many who can stop him, and Takanonami gets it. You know, like many of these veterans, they can be very good at times. Pattern starts to emerge as they get older, and they've been around for 10 years or more in Makuuchi division. Some good bashos and bad bashos. Well, that's famous coach, if I'm not mistaken, coach to Takahashi, the man who won the Sydney Marathon. Coach's name is Koide, I think. Right. Now let's have next bout. It's Kotomitsuki against Akinoshima. Kotomitsuki sometimes comes into the ring quite tired. He has a very elaborate warm-up routine. By the time he gets through it, he can be quite worn out. Not always, of course, but sometimes it's noticeable that he loses the edge when he comes up for the fight. Well, he didn't lose his edge there, and he beat Akinoshima with yorikiri. Now Tuffy here, Wakanosato, very powerful wrestler, 157 kilos, put on a bit of weight. Fighting Kaio. They fought 9 times previously. Kaio's won 6 of them. Wakanosato, we know, has changed his tachiai style a bit. He comes out, tends to try and bang up the opponent's chin with his forearm, and he's now combining that with a head butt as well, so it's quite a lethal combination. But anyway, the clash there wasn't particularly like that. Kaio locks in, uses his long arms, he's the bigger wrestler of the two. Tries to get his right arm on, Wakanosato denies him that grip. Kaio drives Wakanosato to the edge. And that's one hell of a fall there, where the referee gave it to Wakanosato. and it's been contested. Well, who fell out? Difficult to say. Let's watch that one again. It's quite interesting. While we watch this action replay, the audience started crying out, let's have a rematch, let's have a rematch. Moicho, moicho, which is very unusual. They tend not to hassle the referees, certainly not in sumo, or the judges. Well, there we see a lot of battling for grips between this bout. Kaio trying to get that right arm of his on. In between times, drives his stomach in, takes Wakanosato to the edge. Huge mix-up on the edge. Both wrestlers hanging on in there, and they both go down. There's a saying in sumo, fall on your face. Well, it's the chief shimpan there, the judge, saying it's got to be a rematch, a tori no oshi. So here we go again. Let's see who'll get it this time. Well, that was a hard fall for both wrestlers at the end of that first match. Well, it's all one way there. Wakanosato gets two hands in round Kaio's body, Morozashi grip, and then he shoves him out without too much difficulty. I guess the stuffing was knocked out of Kaio on that fall. So interesting little sidelight there. Things are changing in Japan when the crowds start challenging the judges and the referee. We do it in Japanese baseball, but it's unheard of in sumo. So there, Wakanosato, two hands in, two hands inside, the other wrestler's arms over the top, and just drives him out with yorikiri. Now we have a slightly heavier Tochiazuma, 149 kilos. Kaio at 121. Well, Kaio's weight doesn't change very much. He's always been on the almost the bottom of the scale as far as weights go in this top division. Very skillful wrestler, technician, as most of the amateur, ex-amateur champions are. These two have fought twice before. Tochiazuma's won twice. Tochiazuma, very solid-looking wrestler. Wow, look at that. You don't want to be sitting near the edge when those two land on you. Well, that was a straight charge by Tochiazuma, and both went flying out. Let's watch that one again. So Tochiazuma came in a bit low there. That invited Kaio to try and push his head down. But look at that, two wrestlers diving straight out the ring. No holding back there, total commitment in this sumo. Certainly these younger, lighter ones are putting more into it. A solid-looking body Tochiazuma's got. It's quite noticeable sometimes. The bones of the sumo wrestlers, or the ankle bones, can be quite slim, but Tochiazuma's got very solid-looking, heavy bones. Very strong fighter. Next fight, Asa Shoryu fights Chiyotenzan. They fought 3 times previously. Asa Shoryu's won 2 of them. Asa Shoryu's changed his Mawashi colour. Mongolian fortune teller told him that black was his lucky colour, so he switched to black. Chiyotenzan facing demotion if he doesn't do too well. This is going to be interesting. Asa Shoryu will go for the face. Chiyotenzan is pretty much the same tactics, but it's the power of Chiyotenzan there that overwhelms Asa Shoryu. Asa Shoryu not in that, just shoves straight out. This man hates losing. Let's watch this one again. Comes out, goes for the face, but Chiyotenzan is just a split second ahead of him, takes the initiative and just drives the Mongolian straight back and out. So 2 straight wins for Chiyotenzan. A little bit better so far, although it's early to say, in this basho. This one out, Musayama, 177 kilos, fights Toki at 174, both about the same weight, both about 385 pounds apiece. Not that many wrestlers now over 170 kilos in sumo. Kaio is, of course, Kotonowaka. Well, that was very quickly done there. Kyotoshi, pull drop win by Toki over Musayama. Musayama loses, he loses on the opponent's changing direction at the tachiai. Instead of meeting head-on and crashing into each other, if the opponent gets out of the way, that's when Musayama tends to lose. Tamanoshima. This Tamanoshima thinks he can make Ozeki this year. Last basho he had 7 wins, one before that he had 7, one before that he had 12 wins, which was a good result. Bit of inflated opinion perhaps of himself here, finding Musashi Maru. Very much bigger, and look at the power there of the Yokozuna. Dumped the upstart without too much trouble with Oshi Taoshi. Well, what sort of condition is Musashi Maru in? We saw him lose on day 1. Fairly convincing win there, but what state is his arm in? Difficult to say. So at the end of day 2, Musashi Maru with 1 win and 1 loss. Kaio, same. Tochiazuma, 2 straight wins. Chiyotaka, 2 straight wins. Kotomitsuki, 2 straight wins. And Wakanosato with 2 straight wins. But all to play for at this stage. Stay with us. We'll be back with day 3 very shortly.